Welcome back. Welcome back again with yours truly, the counselor, Mr. James Horton. Welcome back to another lesson, another lesson. All right. We're going to be dealing with some new materials that I've written up, and I'd just like to invite you to jump aboard and take this ride with me. All right. It says, our domestic selfless and our domestic selfish credits. Our domestic selfless self and our domestic selfless credits, right? It says is more concerned. The definition is a thing where it's more concerned with the needs and wishes of others than they are with oneself. Selfless people have the ability to support, compliment, and credit the many gifts and talents they see in others without the need to credit themselves. Selfishness is a person who is a egotistical, self-centered, self-absorbed, self-seeking, and self-serving person. Selfish describes a person's actions or motives lacking consideration for others, right? It's a terrible thing. There's a difference between the two. One is selflessness, selfless, -les, selfless, right? The other one is selfish, selfish. Selfish and selfless is two different things, right? So ask yourself questions. Number one, it says, to the domestic selfless or selfish person, do you find it hard or difficult to give your friends, relationship partners, spouse, or significant others a pull-up or a credit for doing something good? Do you find it hard to give to others, man, that simple thing that doesn't cost you any money, that uplifting, that pull-up, that positive something? You know, somebody says, oh, I'm fixing to go for a job today, and I'm very, very nervous. I mean, do you give them the constructiveness and the support that they need, or do you make sure you say something ugly because you have some issue with jealousy or envy or whatever, or you just don't want them to get the job? I mean, who are you? Is the question. Number two, to the domestic selfless and the domestic selfish, in most relationships you've been in, are you known to take all the credits, or give all the credits for good or for the good or bad in most of those relationships? To the domestic selfless and the domestic selfish individual, in most relationships you've been in, are you known to take all of the credits or give all of the credits for the good or bad that happens in most of your relationships? Are you known to do that? You know, are you just the big dog in everything? Right? It's a question. All right, we're going to move on. It says domestic selfish. It says domestic selfless. Does your selfless nature allow you to show and express the good you see in others, even when you're feeling bad? Right? Oh, I've had to take a look at myself. And I thank my Heavenly Father for allowing me to give people their props, no matter what. I mean, all my life, or most of my life, I started out my early part of my life, we were poor. We had more than some, but we had less than most. And but I've always been able to give a thumbs up, give a credit to someone, even though I hadn't got my turn yet. And I think it's a lot that you can gain from that. If nothing else, you gain character, right? So remember that, right? Number four, to the selfless and the selfish in most intimate relationships, when it comes to receiving healthy credits in your relationships, do you believe in always having things go your way or allowing most things to go your relationship partner's way? To the selfless and the selfish in most intimate relationships, when it comes to receiving healthy credits in your relationship, do you believe in always having things go your way or allowing most things to go your relationship partner's way? I mean, like, you know, many of us, not all of us, a lot of us will be in a state of mind, in a setting of a certain place, in a certain setting in our minds, in our behaviors of mostly like wanting things to go our way. I mean, that's not really fair. I mean, we have to share this thing. You can't be, you got to allow yourself to learn some stuff. And one of the best ways to learn some stuff is not to be right all the time and not to have everything go your way. That's some spoiled behavior also, if you want to look in that area of it. All right? So, we're going to move right along. Number 5, to the selfless and the selfish person, do you feel or believe it's better to always give and never receive, or do you always receive and never give? To the selfless and selfish person, do you feel or believe it's better to always give and never receive, or do you always receive and never give? We're talking about the character of a person. We're talking about the character of self. And I'm trying to put the mirror, allow you to mirror yourself, put a mirror in front of you, because it's easy to just look at the outer part of the image in the mirror and not look on the inside of the person that's standing in the mirror. It can be difficult, and you pray and ask yourself and ask your God to move forward, but you'll find that you're just covering the outside. Anybody can go to Macy's and buy a new outfit. It's not going to address the inside outfit of you. All right? Number 6, domestic selfless credits. Do you believe it's better to be selfless and love and support others, or do you feel and believe it's better to be selfish and down and hate others? Domestic selfless credits. Do you believe it's better to be selfless and love and support others, or do you feel and believe it's better to be selfish and down and hate others? Right? I believe you just want to ask the counselor something, I mean, if you just want to, ask the counselor something, I believe it's better to be selfless, right? My work in the counseling field and being the domestic counselor and just covering all kind of things in this particular area, you have to learn how to be selfless, right? Selfless allows me to help you. Selfless allows me to continue to do the work that I do. And I can't be selfish, because if I be selfish, no one will really get any help, And I won't even be able to get any help, because I believe what you put out, you get back. And so I do get a reward back by being selfless. So I just wanted to hit you all that might have never even gotten to the point of looking at yourself. A friend of mine, and I've heard a couple of different places to say it's hard to see the picture when you're still locked inside your frame. So I'm trying to help you look and see yourself. Number 7, domestic selfish credit. Are you known to credit yourself by discrediting and putting shade on others, or are you known to be selfless and love your sister and support your brother? All right, we'll read that again. Domestic selfish credit. Are you known to credit yourself by discrediting and putting shade on others, or are you known to be selfless and love your sister and support your many brothers? Right? This thing, man, is called many things. This area of being selfish it causes many things. It has many new names through the last 30, 40 years, maybe even 50 years. But it boils down to believing that if we put shade on somebody, if one talks about somebody, if one starts rumors about someone, if one tells the boss about the new employee and what they said they saw, or putting in reports and writing up false reports on people, it's a form of being selfish. Selfishness is different than being selfless, right? Selfless is giving others a chance to win. Selfless is giving yourself a chance to win. Selfless is a beautiful thing, and it's a godly thing when you can be selfless instead of selfish. Selfish is being that little baby that wants his bottle. Selfish is wanting some breast milk, right? When you're grown and you still want some milk and you still bothering mama. Selfish is being in other people's business and getting in the way of productive business, being selfish, right? Selfish is a killer, right? That kills you not from the outside, but from the inside. So being selfish is having no self-worth at all, right? So that's going to be it with yours truly, the counselor. Thank you for attending my group, attending another lesson and a blessing. Thank you. Check me out again, and check me out and continue to watch not just one video, but all the videos you choose to watch on my channel, my YouTube channel, Domestic Violence with the Counselor, Mr. James Horton. Thank you again.